All right. Game number one starting on up here, spawning in that bottom right corner. Interesting pick. He recently left his longtime team, joining Kaizi Gaming in those yellow Zerg pieces. Champion from 2021. I am champion 2021, if I'm not mistaken. We have Reynor.
And his opponent, spawning up at the top left. He is on the rise. He is the great Protoss hope in this tournament. Give it up for Dragon Fetus Gaming's hero. And Reynor is going to be sending that drone down around the map. He's sending it on a route that is less likely to get scouted. But he is going to be going... Oh, no, he's going to be going gas pool and has kept his drone hidden. Oh, this is very interesting right here. Okay, so we are not going to be seeing the hatch first at the gold, but we will be seeing a hatchery taken at that gold.
All right, he's going to immediately drop 3 drones into the gas. Going to take the gold base hatchery just now. Now, Hero hasn't sent a probe out to either block the hatch or scout at all yet.
Yeah, this is pretty funny. If this were a 12 pool, which I would be so surprised to see, that would be the weirdest move ever on Pride of Alteris. So I actually like that Hero is doing this. But if this were a 12 pool, Hero is straight up dead. Because Reynor can just build a ton of lings, you just reinforce, you kill that pylon, and the Protoss can literally do nothing about it. It's GG from that point on with even the most basic micro. Well, maybe not the most basic micro, but with micro that these players are capable of doing very, very easily.
All right. What do we have coming? It is Nexus into Cybercore for our Protoss player. I assume we're going to see an Adept first into a Stalker first. Are we going to see
Stalker and Warp Gate. Okay, this is a build that Nice was doing a lot of. Okay, I wasn't sure about the gas timing initially, but yeah, this is going to be gas first. Gas first, no scouts. This is the greediest possible thing you can really do as a Protoss player here. Like I said, it straight up dies to a 12 pool, but is good against, well, it's good against standard play because you are able to get the Stalker and the Warp Gate right away, and then you go into a Stargate almost immediately behind this. Now, Reynor did build quite a few Zerglings right here. He is starting to drone up behind this, and Hero going to confirm, yep, there's a gold base here. That's good. He's actually going to see some of the Zerglings popping on out. That doesn't tell him much because he doesn't know about these Zerglings on the right side. I wonder... Oh, actually, this might get a lot done. The Stalker is not on the wall. The Adept is not on the wall just yet either. Lane speed is about to complete. Oh, this is going to be a really razor-thin timing. Will Hero get that Adept into the wall? I think he just barely... Yeah, he gets it out in time. Reynor... Oh, man, he had an opportunity to run in here with these units, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do so. And a little bit of a committed number of lings. Oh, actually, hang on. He might catch... Oh, my goodness, he's going to catch Hero moving out onto the map, and he actually shades forward with these units. Wow, with the Oracle, okay, never mind. The Oracle is going to be enough to push this away. So it's not going to actually lead to any units going down, but... On the other side, those couple of lanes did slip into the main base. Will grab quite a few probes. Oh, the double fake out right here. The 1-2 punch coming in from Reynor. He's going to grab 7 probes. Oh my goodness, I said it doesn't get any units, but only on that right side in the main. What a move from Reynor, and now he is super far ahead in this game.
Reynor, third base is also coming down here. It is... just about to pop here. So yeah, he is ahead and he's going to get further ahead. Double Oracles now. They're going to come on in here, try to get something done. We do have... That's not a proxy. Well, it's kind of a proxy, but not really. I guess he's going to use that forward gateway to pressure that goal base. Double Oracles making their way... Where are those double Oracles? Are they just kind of hanging tight? There they are.
Yeah, they're just kind of up north of the third base for Reynor. They're going to try and pair with these Adepts. Hero needs to get something done. He is hiding that gateway like you alluded to. It's just trying to keep that vision from his opponent. Sometimes the best place to hide something in your base is outside of your base. Will be a Twilight Council coming on down. No drone's going to get picked off, but he will get a couple of lings and manage to shade on out. Ooh, is he going to get trapped here? Nope, the Oracles will cover everything. Hero not getting baited into using that Oracle energy. It's always nice. Reynor is, of course, on that full mining gold base, and he's getting up into a Roach Warren here. Hero still on just 2 bases, and he is going to be committing he's going to be committing at least decently to this Glaive Adepts push.
All right, Glaive just starting up now, but we have 9 Roaches already on their way out. It's going into 5 Oracles. He's not stopped Oracle production yet. 4th one just popped. 5th one starting on up here. This feels very Haas-esque, getting up to this many Oracles. Finally, the Oracles are going to turn on their lasers. They're going to jump on top of the Queens. 1 Queen almost going down. 2 Queens do go down here. 3rd Queen potentially going to go down. Not. Yes, it does. Adepts and the Oracles will be able to deal with the Roaches. Roaches are going down here. Forget everything I said there. This is looking really good for Hero, taking out another couple Roaches on the retreat. Spore Crawler will eventually drive this away.
Yeah, this is a very surprising move out of Hero, and it ends up paying massive dividends here. We are going to see a couple of these units getting caught, but we should be able to see a shade out. Actually, we're going to see a shade forward here. Of course, there's no Roach speed. This was a hatch tech setup here for Reynor, and Hero, he's going to be able to maneuver around. This is one of the bigger weaknesses of this gold-based situation.
Steadfast. We're getting a 6th Oracle.
Oh my god. This is incredible. Hero coming in with the most random stuff you've seen. And now we are going to see these Adepts shading on forward. Ooh, this is not the play right here. There's too many Queens and the Spore, so the Oracles can't get involved, which means that the Roaches will just outfight the Adepts straight up. Oh, is this going to be a bit of a German taxi right here? We've got an Overlord speed upgrade coming on in. And 3rd Nexus for Hero on the other side of the map. He is going to be able to get a lot of harassment damage. Ooh, he's going to catch these units a little bit out of position at the gold base, but more than anything, Hero can't find drone damage, really. He is getting deflected, but he's going to kill his opponent's natural with the Adepts. This is actually starting to look very good for Hero if he can find a way to just hold off against the upcoming attack. And honestly, the Mass Oracle might be enough to just overwhelm the Queens.
And we have a 2nd Stargate being dropped behind all of this. So we are going to see mass airplay from our Protoss player.
Oh, why did we shade forward right there, Hero? That was completely unnecessary. He is still going to be able to trade pretty well against these Lings. Obviously, Glaive Adepts are very good against them, but that was a lot of his army. And that makes things complicated. If he was killing Queens, I would actually kind of like it, but he's killing just Zerglings and Roaches, and that was the majority of Hero's ground army right there. I'm a little bit worried about him now.
All right,
oh my god, he took the gold base. I didn't even realize.
Yeah. So I call it the German airline coming in. Those Overlords come on in here. No, decides not to quite do it yet. Just gonna push that creep forward. Has it at the halfway mark from that gold base, and it looks like Hero wants to come in and engage again. Double Oracle production. We're going up to Oracles number 7 and 8.
You alluded to Haas play, and that is exactly what this is. This is a textbook Haas move right here. Hero, I mean, even though he lost a bunch of those Adepts, he's actually still in a very okay spot. Now, I don't know that I like him going this YOLO on the other side. Oh, these Queens. Oh, cute move right there. He baits out a lot of energy usage and then just loads back up. The thing is, there's not enough Queens to fight this. Oh, he's going to shade forward once again into more army. Hero, he needed to not do that at all. We are going to see the Oracles. There's enough of them to target down Spores. Now, he will lose 1. How many Oracles? 2 Oracles? 3 or? Nope, looks like just 2, I think. But that is a lot of losses. Now, these Queens, they're actually harassing on the other side of the map, but the Oracles are just gunning down Ravagers. The Queens are actually just harassing during all of this at the gold base.
Oh, yeah, they're right in the mineral line. Probes fighting Oracles. Finally, Adepts get warped in here. 16 drones, 14 probes, 18 drones going down.
Oh, not the Oracles. Don't do that, Hero. That is not the play right here. And, I mean, when you encounter a clown, sometimes you just have to embrace the circus. And Reynor coming in with this Queen drop, getting a lot done. Hero dealing with it in a really inopportune way. He's lost a lot of his Oracles. The thing is, he can still absolutely win this game, but things are going to get very awkward for him. What is he just... Okay, that's... for a second, I saw a cluster of Oracles on the minimap, and I thought he'd, like, built a nexus on the approach to his other third base to be like, you're not getting through here. That's not going to be the case. What a weird game. Reynor has lost quite a few drones. He's only on 30 drones right now. He is rebuilding them, but I mean, I actually am still not hating Reynor's or Hero's position. This gold base is not mining.
Forge does get taken out there. We are now going into Phoenix. 11 oracles Steadfast on the map. 11.
That is a lot of oracles. I don't know if I like the Phoenix transition. He might be thinking mutas are coming. That's the only thing that really makes sense to me. I actually am really loving Hero's position actually now. He does need to take another base. Like, the fact that he hasn't, or during all of that, he didn't rebuild a third is very concerning to me. He definitely should have done that. Very fortunate those queens get back here. The problem is, though, like, there's not a lot of queens. There's not a lot of anti-air. I actually really, really love the infestation pit. Infestor's fungal growth on these oracles could be game-ending. They could suddenly and without warning just end the game. And those oracles, they are traveling around at a pack you would not expect the infestors. I would even love Burrow right now out of Reynor. He needs to do something drastic at this point.
Okay, we are seeing a bit of a transition here from Hero getting double Robo as well as the charge upgrade. Of course, just as you mentioned that you'd like to see him get a third, ask you shall receive. He does drop down that third base, a little closer to home, but this creep. The creeps in middle of the map, really funky. Not really connected to any base. Gonna shade forward, sees the mass of roaches there. And just gonna cancel the shade. Looks like the oracles come on in, drop a revelation, gonna go into the main base, drops another revelation. May have seen definitely sees the hive coming on up, so he knows there's an infestation pit. Where are those? We're going to Robo Bay here, so we may get Disruptors or Colossi here. My guess is going to be Disruptors with the Phoenix there.
Yeah, Disruptors would be a great decision in this game right now. Reynor, he went for, a 2-base hive. And that is the state of this game right now. Like I said, this game is an absolute clown fiesta, and I am here for it 100%. So funny that after the previous series of Cure, one of the most textbook players in the game, and Clem showing us some very mature, very methodical play, a very much like a chess match. We now have two players playing Rock'em Sock'em robots with each other and just doing the weirdest stuff. Now, granted, most of that is Hero more so than Reynor, but Reynor is definitely now kind of lowered himself to this. And look at this. We see the first upgrade of the game starting at like 310.
Is that War Prism speed? Or no, sorry, Observer speed?
That's Observer speed. Yeah. It's, I mean, I think he is sensing the possibility of burrowed infestors, and that is what he is kind of looking for right here. We are going to see this gold base being retaken. Oh, the transfuse. The queens are out of position. They are not going to be able to get there in time. That's a huge pickoff. And Reynor is back down to just 2 bases. He is going to need to make some magic happen with these high-intensity spellcasters. Ooh, meanwhile, we did see some big parasitic bombs coming on down on those Phoenixes. I actually don't know how many Phoenixes there were. I'd really like to see how many just went down, or if it was even any. Of course, parasitic bomb, fungal growth, we're used to seeing it against late-game Skytoss armies, but it will still do an incredible job, and even a better one, against Oracle Phoenix. They have even less HP than Carriers and Void Rays.
All right, first couple Disruptors are out. I believe there's a Big Daddy Immortal in the mix as well. Gonna try. That's 5 Vipers with about 4 Infestors there. He will get the Revelation down, so he sees where that army sees them. Phoenix gonna jump on top of the on top of the Vipers. Parasitic Bomb does come down, will siphon off that one that did get infected. Oracle's now going into. Oh my God, this natural base gonna go down. He's gonna be down to 1 base.
I think that was big suck energy right there out of Reynor. He went for the consume. That, I assume that's the only thing that makes sense. I didn't see anything else happening.
Yeah, that's
there.
exactly. He went for the consume.
There is mass spore, by the way, in the main base. Parasitic bomb. So many oracles just went down for Hero, and Reynor with the wise decision saying, "Yeah, I don't. This is all about armies right now. Your economy is not out of control." When you see that one oracle barely surviving, but a good split overall from Hero. He did lose a lot of oracles doing that, though. But the transition into Blink and +1 weapons. It's going to be Disruptor, Blink, Stalker eventually. Is this actually going to turn into a normal game after all of this?
It's starting to feel like that. Oracle's going to jump on top here, going to take out a couple of the Ravagers. Phoenix, nice yoinks there on the Disruptor. Disruptor shots getting huge connections on the Infestors. Fungal Growth coming down, another shot there, taking out another couple Infestors. These Immortals out in the open, being chain Fungal. One Immortal gonna go down here. Other Immortal eventually will go down. Lifts on the Lings. Yes, that's right. Lings are being lifted. Another Parasitic Bomb coming down on the Phoenix. Phoenix will, trying to find the one that is infected, will split it off, does lose it. But both players just gonna disengage after that.
That
5
was such
Fungals, 6 Yoinks, 1 Parasitic Bomb.
That was such a smart move from Hero right there. He knew that his opponent had those Vipers and was going to be looking to abduct all the Disruptors. What does he do? He waits. He waits until they're abducted and then throws out all 4 balls at once. We're going to see big Fungals coming in on the Disruptors, but they still will get some nice connections. Pretty big Disruptor shots coming on in. This is still a very close match. Oh, we are going to see another Disruptor. Nice split from Reynor. Beautiful split, in fact. And with that, he's actually going to be able to rout the army of Hero. Hero thinking that just the Disruptors are the be-all, end-all, but he didn't have Blink or +1 for that fight, so a lot of those Stalkers not able to successfully disengage. Right after I praise Hero's decision-making, he immediately goes in and does a move that... He does a move. He does a move.
Indeed does a move. We are going into Lurker Tech. Hydra Den has finished up. Lurker Den just finishing up now. I assume we're going to see the Lurker upgrade starting on up. There we go. Phoenix might be able to catch one of these Vipers mid. Nope, Parasitic Bomb does come on down. Trying to split it off. There we go. Does split off the one that is infected and will fly on out. And yeah, looks like we're just transitioning into a normal game at the 17-minute mark.
It's still a little bit off kilter. It is Lurkers, which is not exactly the most standard composition. You can go for them, but I think the more standard play, and I think Reynor would probably prefer to play this, is overall, you know, Ling, Bane, Ravager, maybe with some Yuta transitions. But like you said, this is not a normal... We didn't get to this place from a normal starting position. I think as much as anything, by the way, that what he's trying to do with those Phoenixes is literally use... Or force the Zerg player to use the Parasitic Bomb on the Phoenixes. Because at this point, they're not worth much. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Reynor saying, you know what? Screw you, buddy. I'm a pick off individual units. I actually think normally that's such a bad move. In this game, a great decision. They are both on pretty ramshackle economies. Heroes is getting there as he gets this gold base back up. And he starts building 5 probes at a time. But I actually really like that decision from Reynor to go for the abducts.
Yeah, no, those abducts, yeah, you're right. They looked awkward, not something you normally see, abducting individual stalkers. But in a game like this, kind of like the last game, where every unit kind of matters with the low econ. Nice little pickoffs. Now, Hero going to come back in here. Will get sieged on by the Lurkers. Lurkers will drive those stalkers back. This goal base eventually going to mine out. Eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty soon, actually. It's already obviously been mining for a while. We are going to... Ooh, Fungal Growth. You got to be so careful about it. He does catch 2 of those stalkers. Can he chain it? No, he cannot. Lurker Trap trying to come in from the other side. Adaptive Talents, unfortunately, was not done. And nice snipe from Hero. He actually grabs 2 of those Lurkers on his way out. Now, I really want to know what the Disruptor count is right now. I really want to know what the Disruptor count is, because he needs stuff to deal with those Lurkers. He's got some Immortals. Actually, he is transitioning pretty heavily into Immortals, and they do have +2 weapons, so actually, they should do the job pretty well. Oh, but as I say that, Abduct's coming on in, yoinking a lot of these, double Abduct even to make sure he gets them all. Big power units going down, and Reynor is really, really in a good position right now, taking control between these bases. We are going to see a counterattack with the Blink Stalkers, but this is going to be a really tough situation right now for Hero to deal with.
Yeah, this is just a lot of Zerg. Now we have Charge Lot Run By coming on in. This goal base looks like might go down yet again. Queen's starting to go down to these Stalkers. Stalkers will take out this base. Yes, it does. Will blink away. And going to recall back home to deal with the Zerg army now. Now, he did lose his 3rd base. Now, goal base being sieged up here. Force field's decent, not the greatest. Shield battery overcharge being popped. Biles missed that shield battery largely.
Immortals.
Immortals on the
Immortals
north side
just walked right into the killing field.
And this goal base gonna go down yet again. The charge on run by doesn't quite get the goal base. Gonna pick up a few free overlords there, but it doesn't really matter at this point of the game. He needs to take out army units. Lurker is gonna get jumped on top of by charge lots. One lurker going down, two lurkers going down. Phoenix lifting off one lurker, getting parasitic bomb. GG gets called. It's just too much for Hero to deal with. Reynor taking a clown fiesta of a game number 1.
I'm sure he's feeling pretty confident right now. Now I'm a little bit surprised. So this means that he traveled between his play days, did he not?
Yes.
Because he was in Italy for sure. He was back in Italy.
Yep.
During the first day of matches. Now he did have a day between, it was 2 days ago that he played his matches and then had the day off to travel. But that is always something that makes it a little bit less stability, a little bit less comfort.
But it is Italy to London. It's not like Vancouver to Toronto, which is 3 hours. I think Italy London is only 1 hour difference, so it's not the biggest time change, but it is a difference of I guess where you're playing, your comfort, all that stuff, and maybe even mentality, but it doesn't look like it's affected him all too much here.
No, after game number 1, I would argue that it looks like it hasn't affected him at all, especially those splits against the Disruptor in the middle of the map were so damn good. And he had eaten some pretty big Disruptor shots before that, but the one that mattered most, right when he was on the verge of, the fight was at a tipping point. And if Hero gets that big Disruptor shot, the engagement goes his way. But if Reynor splits against it, the engagement goes his way. And not only does Reynor split against it, he splits against it like a god. Absolutely, even more so like a Terran player.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, with the technical difficulties he's been having, it just boggles my mind he's able to do that. Me with like good internet connection, a good keyboard and mouse, hell, I wouldn't be able to do that. Now we do have a double pylon block here. Adept gonna show up. We'll cancel that. We'll drive the drone and the Lings back, delaying that third base ever so slightly here for Reynor. Eventually that depth's still here.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be so annoying for Reynor to deal with. You can see him on the camera right there. He's like, you kidding me? He knows he has to get the queen in a position where it actually blocks the hatchery. Will finally get this taken, but that is very, very late. He wants this hatchery taken 10 supply earlier. That is something we almost never see these days in PvZ, is a player able to do that. And we can see Reynor even now showing a little bit of, you can tell that he is disgruntled, whereas before this, he was relatively gruntled.
Relatively gruntled. All right, it is going to be another Adept Printer build behind this. No Stargate opener this time around. Stalker in the wall. Looks like Lings are might be going to try to jump on in there. This will be blind to our Zerg player. I don't believe a Roach Warren is down just yet. He is continuing to drone up here. And that Robo facility about to fit.
Game paused.
Maybe part of the frustration is actually, it might actually be his headset, or, well, maybe not headset. Sorry, the
mouse and keyboard.
Mouse and keyboard. Yeah.
But looks like the game's starting up.
Yes, it is. And now we can talk about those builds again. So we have got ourselves a bit of an off build out of Hero. So this is going to be 3-gate Adepts. He got the late robotics facility with this. Normally, this is going to be a 4-gate Glaive Adepts build that hits right around this timing at the 430 mark. This is going to be the same timing of the upgrade, actually even a little bit faster, but it's going to be slightly less committed with, I believe, a quicker transition coming on down. We do have a... Oh, okay, no, he is going to go for a Warpism. Bit of a weird shade forward, but Reynor recognizes probably accurately that he can't take the fight without the Queens. And this is a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. I think we're just going to see Hero shading back to the other Adepts. Lings are getting picked off. Only one Adept going down. And yeah, now 3 more Adepts showing on up. This is starting to get a little bit chaotic and tough for Reynor to deal with. I would love to see a target fire on those larvae, but he's actually just going to try and put damage into the hatchery while building an Immortal behind this.
All right, he's going to come back off of creep. Queens will chase us down. 3 more Adepts joining the fight. Roaches are out. More Roaches coming on up, so this should be held. That Shade-In does cancel up. Huge Lingrai looks like it run by... Oh my god, a huge Ling run by forming up on the south side of the map while this is all happening. There is no mining happening at the surge base. There's now a Warp Prism in the mix. I would love to see that Warp Prism warp into the main base, so he's attacking on multiple fronts. Looks like that Ling run by at the gates of the Protoss base was deflected. Now, a few Adepts are starting to be shaved off here. 3 Adepts warping into the main base. There's a few Roaches and Lings here to deal with this. He will pick those up before they go down. And looks like this is going to be relatively held well by Reynor here.
Yeah, obviously Reynor's drone count not great, but that is the caveat of holding this. And more so than anything, Hero was looking to throw this game into a state of chaos. But Reynor doesn't let that happen. He never lets the Adept Shades get into the main base. He never lets, you know, a bunch of units run by. Oh, and now Hero, the unit wasn't in position on the wall. He does manage to get it back in there, but 4 Zerglings going to slip on through, and I think we might see how many workers? 1, 2, 3? Oh, no, he's only going to get 1. Wow, great micro from here. Well, I mean, he just pulled in time, but still. Fortunate for Hero that he was able to save that. Now, 7 or 8 Lings have gotten in. That's probably 5 probes, 4 or 5 probes going down.
All right, we have the push coming on here. 2 Big Daddy Immortals in the back to provide support. Along with the Stalker, looks like 1 Queen is eventually going to go down here. Spine Crawler helping on out. Transfuse is keeping a couple of those Queens alive. And Hero, rightfully so, just going to kind of disengage. You're going to shade forward, force a lot of those army units to chase it back. He's actually going to finish the shade here and come out at a different angle.
That doesn't make a ton of sense to me, to be honest, because now the Lings are going to slip across the map. They will get deflected here. But once again, he's just trying to create chaos. That is what his objective is. And with the double Immortal drop coming into the main base, he is going to be able to pick off 3. Can he get a 4th Roach? Yes, he certainly can. Nice job. Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice micro with that. Oh my god, again. Pig right now is actually shaking his fist at the screen. He is actually so mad. And he'd be talking about Hero, how his hotkeys are so chaotic and dumb, and how he's constantly changing them. He did an analysis a ways back about that. And I mean, I thought he was past this. I thought he was going to have units in the wall, but it looks like that is not going to be the case here. Hero, by the way, is going to commit, I believe, to a pretty heavy follow-up attack. He is probing up a little bit, but he's getting that charge, getting more gateways, and he's only on 3 gases. Reynor, I think right now you want Banelings in addition to the army that you've got, but I don't think he can necessarily recognize what's happened or what is happening.
Yeah, no, well, he had the couple Lings go in for the scout, but that's about it. He's been stuck on his side of the map for a good part of this game here. Charge Lot's starting to warp on in here, and now this army's coming on in. It is going to be a little beefier. A few sentries with it. The Big Daddy Immortals providing that backline support. More. Is he still on 3 gates? No, he's got 2
No,
more
he's
now.
on like
5 gates?
I think he's on even more than that, I would guess. Oh, wow, he's going to shade forward. Wait, what? Okay, that's a little bit weird right here. Force fields could come on down, but there's so many units here for the Zerg at the front. Transfuses are going to be good out of Reynor, and oh, that's what he was looking to do. He was looking to draw the Roaches back and then shade back into the fight. But the thing is, Reynor, I think, just has too much. It was a cool bunch of maneuvers overall, but there's just, yeah, Reynor dealt with everything very well, and he is going to deal with this push as well. 5 Immortals are left over, but that is it. That is all that is here for Hero's army and a sentry with no energy, but yeah, it's not even worth mentioning, really.
No, massive IQ play here by Reynor was moving that Spine Crawler up from the 3rd base into that fight, so it did provide quite a bit of DPS there.
Yeah, it's very, very nice to have that additional defensive setup. It really does help a lot. I understand Hero's objective here, but once again, Reynor he's descended into the fighting pit, and he is dealing with Hero shenanigans very, very effectively. Charge Lots are going to get on top of a small portion of this army, but once again, the units, the numbers are just too great. We are seeing the Queens are going to take down that War Prism. That means that this entire army will be routed and deleted, and we should see a GG any second. There it is. Well played out of Reynor. And it's worth noting, by the way, he was getting that Baneling nest behind this, so he was prepared for the later stages. Cannon rushes, I think the hour of the cannon rush, the day of the cannon rush, at least in PvZ for the most part, has passed. Players like Parting, players like SOS are not really around. And to be honest, I don't think the maps have that many great cannon rush spots. You know, if we get some really funky maps in the near future, maybe we'll see a little bit of a return to cannon rushes, but it's at this level of play, it seems very unlikely, especially when you're down 0-2 in a series, but it would be fun.
That actually is a really valid point. The maps are not ideal for cannon rushing. All right, Nexus into Cybercore here for our Protoss player. Hatch gas pool coming on up, so pretty standard stuff for the first 2 minutes. This probe just being a nuisance, trying to really mess with the mining here of Reynor. It doesn't seem like much, but down the road, it could add up. Probe gonna come back in. Sorry, go ahead.
It's actually super annoying to deal with that, and Hero is one of the better, if not best, players at doing that. He is really, really solid with those kind of moves, and yeah, he's very, very good at it. Now we have to also note that that game did start with a bit of an advantage, a very small one, but it was a bit of an advantage for Hero with the fact that he was able to get the denial on his opponent's hatchery at the natural for a while. And I think he's going to try it again. We've got the probe being sneaky here. He is looking for this timing. He knows that this is right about when the Zerg player is going to take this hatchery. But this time, Reynor is on top of it. He does not let this sneaky probe get in there. And he's like, I gotcha. I gotcha, you jerk. It's not happening again.
All right, we are going to a standard opener for PvZ with that Stargate opener. Adept. First Adept is out. Second Adept coming on up. We'll take out that one Ling in middle of the map. We'll shade on forward. And take a look at this third natural base here. Might get the creep tumor. No, just misses it. Needed that one more shot. We'll shade forward to see the third base is down or not.
Yeah, he'll be able to set that up. Yep, it's always good to set up in between those bases. If the Zerg player is a little bit careless, they rally drones forward. You can get a free pick off. But Reynor, he is much better than your average ladder Zerg, i.e. me. So he won't lose 3 drones to this for free for absolutely no reason. He is a lot better than that. We do have, like you said, the Oracle opener once again. Hero has displayed some very, very good Oracle play, but something that we... Oh, actually, as I say that, Reynor is going to lose one of these drones. Almost losing a second one, but no, we'll just kind of walk on past, get through. We do see this Oracle moving on forward. We're going to look and see what it can get done. Oh, nice positioning right here from Hero. Setting up in that little nook in the mineral line.
Gonna deny mining for a little bit there. This Oracle gonna get in here before the Spore finishes, but there are 2 Queens to chase it away. And a second Oracle coming up behind this. Now, how many Oracles is he gonna stop at this time? 3, 6, or 12?
I think he stops at 3 Oracles this time. This is a much shorter map than Pride of Alteris. If you try and go for a lot more Oracles, and the other thing to consider is that the game was already in a weird state from that one. If you go for that, we might just see Reynor go for another German taxi and just absolutely knuckle dust his opponent. He might just absolutely destroy him, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, second Oracle is out. Gonna make his way across the map. Second or is that third
That's
Oracle?
Third, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the third.
Did not see the second one pop on out. Roach worn down. Do have that lair coming on up. Let's see if Hero scouts that lair. Do you think it's going to be Roach speed, the lair, or Mutts?
It's a little too early to call right now. We only see the double gas. I think it's a very good chance that we don't see Roach speed at all. And I think there's a decent chance we see this German taxi. We are going to see the Oracles getting on in here. Damn, nice job from Reynor right there, barely keeping those units alive. This is looking very scary. Yeah, no Overlord speed, though, means that probably not. Actually, the creep is already so far forward. Nice catch on these adepts. Ooh, accidentally does attack his own creep tumor right there for just a moment. But he still is going to be able to keep these away from getting the kill. Now, we do have 2 additional gases coming on down. I think this might be a fake out right here. A lot of drones going to get picked off here at this natural expansion. Good job right there from Hero. He actually shades over to the other base as well. 8 drones falling. And there is that Overlord speed. It is actually very late. I think... Did he might have forgotten that. Oh, it might be a little bit like later than it could be. Yeah, because he would like to be hitting right now. Now Overlord Speed's a pretty quick upgrade, so it won't be that big of a deal.
All right, we have a fourth Oracle coming up behind this charge, about halfway done, and a double Robo facility coming on up. Queens are starting to make their way across the map. They're actually almost at that third base location thanks to that creep spread that you mentioned. And it looks like the push is going to come on in here relatively soon. Ravager's being morphed in.
Yeah, I'm terrified for Hero right now. He doesn't have that charge done. He doesn't have that +1 weapons. The double Robo is at this third base. I will be amazed if he can hold this third base. I can't imagine it being a hold on this third base.
All right, chronoing out that Immortal here. One Robo is going to go down here. There's only one pylon supporting the Robo and the shield battery there. Gonna jump on top here. Oh, that doesn't even get the Ravager there. Does get the transfuses down, saves the Ravager. Finally gets one of the Queens there. But the Oracles are essentially out of energy here, and they're gonna be forced off back into the natural. Workers being pulled off the line here. Only losing one worker and all that. And yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you take it.
Well, I was gonna say one worker for now. Reynor should kind of chill here. He should definitely just focus on killing this third base. He is continuing to build units, though, so he's not going to be going for... he's not going to be macroing behind this. And now Charge is done. So this is actually starting to get a little bit scary. He could have just stayed at that third base and killed it, but now he is committing forward a little bit. Creep being dropped, so these Queens would be allowed to transfuse if they had energy, but they don't have it. Oh, the Oracle getting taken down on its way through. And actually, yeah, Reynor's just got too much. Never mind. Charge doesn't even matter. That +1 weapons. It was just too much of a lead here for Reynor. More Zealots trying to come on in. The Oracles are out of energy and out of life. And Reynor, I think he's going to complete this 3-0. Yeah, there it is. GG gets called. Well done by the Italian Zerg.